Well, Hawaii is one of the 12 worst states when it comes to state-funded preschool programs. That's according to a report today by the National Institute for Early Education Research. As KITV4's Mahealani Richardson reports, the study surprised at least one childhood expert. That story is new at 6.
The reason why Hawaii is at the bottom of the list when it comes to preschool programs is simple. Hawaii has no state-funded programs. It's a distinction the islands share with 11 other states.
It's kind of strange and sad that a state that used to be at the head of the pack has now allowed itself to fall all the way back in the rear.
Harvard University pediatrician Dr. Jack Shonkoff says Hawaii was once an innovator when it came to early child care. He says most of a child's brain development happens in the early years and that a lack of pre-K education puts children behind.
The foundations of their brain architecture are less stable and they're more disrupted, and so it puts a lot of pressure on everything that follows to make up for things that could have been done right the first time.
In 2008, the legislature passed an act creating an early learning system starting at birth, but it never got off the ground due to a lack of funding.
It continues to be a wake-up call to Hawaii to say we've got to put investment in young children.
Liz Chun is the executive director of the Good Beginnings Alliance, a children's advocacy and policy organization. She says in February, the Department of Human Services decreased its child care subsidies for low-income children because of the budget crisis. For example, some families went from a $0 to $120 per month copay.
Parents are receiving less as a parent subsidy, and so the parent has to come up with more.
During these tough economic times, many ask how can the state afford to pay for early education programs? These education leaders respond with, how can we not afford it? Mahealani Richardson, KITV4 News.
A spokeswoman for the Department of Human Services says the report does not give the whole picture. She says the state has a preschool open doors program which provides subsidies for eligible families for preschool. She also says the state is increasing its $66 million early child care budget by $2.8 million this year.